It is a busy time as well, and we got a whole bunch of questions for you, but let's go ahead and try to get Mr. Gatlin on the phone. The way we don't have enough headphones, and that's my fault. We have headphones, so Gary and I will put headphones on, and we'll talk with Larry Gatlin here in just a second. And Phil, if you have a question, you can ask it, and then you just won't be able to hear him. So
I got you.
If you do want to ask a question, or I can give you this headphone. It look kind of weird.
I'm going to ask him for Tracy Lawrence's phone number.
You can talk to Larry Gatlin if that's the case, and I can talk to Tracy. By the way, I am about to call Larry Gatlin on my cell phone.
Cool.
It's kind of like when I called you for the first time.
Well, right. Yeah. It's the same thing. Totally different.
Larry, you hear me in your ears okay? Okay. All right. Let's give him a call. Let's see if this technology works too. Is it going to ring? It's ringing.
Hello?
Mr. Gatlin.
Yes.
Chris Evans, Open Mic Podcast. I'm with a guy that you might know by the name of Gary Good here on our podcast.
I don't know nobody named Good.
Oh, he's been talking pretty well about you, so I think he's on your good side, right?
Yeah, he's on the good side. No, Gary's an old and dear friend for many, many years. We've had a lot of fun together, and we've done shows and made a little music, so I'm ready to rock when y'all are.
That's awesome. We appreciate you so much spending a little bit of time here on the show. So before we get into your big appearance here in Guthrie, what's the Gatlin Thanksgiving dinner look like this year?
Well, we just had it, as a matter of fact. We had our daughter and her husband, and two daughters and their new husbands, and they just our granddaughters. I'm sorry, and their husbands, and our old drummer Shannon Ford, was with our band for 10, 15 years, has lived in New York for the last almost 30 years. Been the -- pit drummer for the great Broadway musicals and stuff. Well, he's moved back to Nashville, so we asked Shannon to come over with us. A wonderful resort out south of town called South Hall, and it's a 5-star restaurant. It was absolutely fabulous. So we didn't do the old traditional thing, but we had a wonderful time and gave thanks to God for his blessings. And now I'm going to go home and get in my pajamas and get in bed.
That's awesome. It's all about family, that's for sure. And before Gary gets in here and we start talking about this great concert that you'll be here in Guthrie on Friday, you have a connection to Guthrie, and you've been here a few times with Byron, but family's here as well. Just talk about your connection with Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Well, like I say, the thing at the mosque, at the temple, the Masonic Temple, is just one of the most beautiful places in the world. You did that thing, Vance and a few of us kind of chipped together when, unfortunately, the late, great Byron Berline's double-stop fiddle shop burned down. So I was there for that. But my our daughter-in-law, Tracy Smith, back then, was born and raised, went to school around there, and her mother and father, Becky and Craig, were teachers there, I believe, at Guthrie High School. Ag teachers, yeah. So we've been there on many occasions. She and Josh actually got married in the Masonic Temple. It was just beautiful. So, and my wife's from Duncan. She was born in Duncan. I was born I was actually born in West Texas, but my grandparents came from just the other side of the Red River. My grandmother was born in Indian Land over near Idabel. So we have David Moss, the late, great David Moss was the DA over Tulsa. Passed away way too soon, but played football for the University of Tulsa. So I've got a lot of Oklahoma roots.
Well, we always appreciate when you make your stop here in Guthrie, and you're going to do that on this Friday, November 29th, as the Gatlin Brothers are coming to Guthrie. Explain how all this worked. I know my buddy over here to my left, Gary Good, had a big part of that, but you can go anywhere in the world and play, but Gary calls you. Just talk about that process.
Well, like I say, we've been good friends for many years, and he's promoted several different shows, some of them out at his beautiful home, a little house, home concerts, and, different things around. So I trust him. I know he's a good man. He's been a good friend. And if he says we're going to go and make some music, I mean, that's what we do. We're musicians. We're road dogs. He's paid us well. The check never has bounced. So that's a good start when you're a promoter and you have a touring band. I hope the check doesn't bounce.
Right. Well, I know you'll be playing all the great songs that you've had over the years, but also a little bit of a holiday music in there, some Christmas music as well.
Yes, we bill it kind of as our country Christmas show. So the first half will be, the songs they know, Houston, Broken Lady, and All the Gold, stuff like that. And then we just go right immediately after All the Gold. We go into a little recitation, some music, and we do some of the secular songs, White Christmas, Christmas song, stuff like that, but also the Christmas carols. So it's a well-rounded event, and we love that music. It's beautiful melodies, and of course the message of the birth of the Christ child. So it's a good deal. People really love it, and we love to come sing the music for them.
And you guys obviously do a great job with your music, but and I saw you at the temple a couple years back, but you always talk about your faith, and also you bring a lot of humor to your concerts as well. So great music, faith, and humor, that goes a long ways in life, doesn't it?
I think so. Keep on the sunny side. I mean, Roger Miller told me years ago, funny wins every time. Funny wins every time.
Yeah.
You can go out there and sing, and hopefully the folks will like the songs, but the entertainment factor is, people still want to laugh. And the good book says, laughter maketh the bones strong.
Yeah. So
we're going to laugh a little bit, have some serious moments and some funny stuff, and pick on each other and pick on the crowd a little bit just for fun. A lot of us, I guess, sometimes I do it too, tend to take ourselves way too seriously. Yeah. So just take a light grip on life and smile and, enjoy the evening.
Gary, what's it like to have someone like Larry Gatlin and his brothers coming to town?
Well, working with a group like Larry and Steve and Rudy and getting to know them over the years as really good people, really good friends, and just great family men. And then to get to witness the music up close and personal. It's a real gift and a blessing to be able to do that. So I love that we're able to do this. I love that people embrace it. And what better is there than to see people sitting and smiling and really soaking it in?
Yeah. Well, Larry, I know you're with family, and I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm really looking forward to having you back in Guthrie, and it's going to be a great night. I know there's a few seats still remain, and I know it'll be a great show, and I just look forward to celebrate this in Guthrie. Again, you can be anywhere that you want, but here you are in Guthrie, Oklahoma. This is a big deal to this town and to this entire state. I mean, this is not a Guthrie thing. There's people all across the state coming in to check this out, and it's going to be a great show. I wish you the best. Protect that voice. I know you got some ham and some turkey and some stuffing going on right now, so you got to be careful. It is game week.
There you go. That's it. Well, I appreciate it. We're looking forward to it. We love to make music for people, and like I said, we've got a lot of friends in Oklahoma. We're just a little south of the Red River, us old Texas boys, but we love to come up there. A lot of great friends, good people.
Enjoy your family. We'll see you Friday here in Guthrie.
God bless. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Larry Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers, just your normal open mic podcast here on a Wednesday night in Guthrie, Oklahoma.